One on with one out here on the top of the 7th. That misses upstairs. It's the 7th, but in reality it's the 9th. Game 2 of this 7-inning doubleheader. Gulls going for a sweep. Newport won game 1, 4-1. Here, up by the slimmest of margins, 3-2. With one out in the 7th. Here's the 2-1 from Barrett. Big cut and a miss. 90 miles per hour up in the zone.
And Clay Stearns is batting his hand to hit for Decker. So they're really
empty in the bench.
Running through the pinch hitters.
Wang just 1 for 8 on the season, couple of RBIs. A second hit here would be massive for these Nighthawks. That's in there, strike 3. The fastball from Barrett, 91 miles an hour, and it goes right by Wang, 2 away.
Yeah, his off-speed stuff hasn't been great, but the fastball has been sensational. I mean, he has dialed in the fastball, 92, 91, 90. I mean, he's been throwing it some heat, and these Nighthawks cannot handle it right now.
It is up to Clay Stearns. Either he reaches or this game is over. Over at first, Trajani. Here's the first pitch. Down in the zone for ball 1. Below the zone. Barrett now working around the 35 pitch mark. Trying to complete his 2nd inning of relief. 1-0. That's outside now. 2 balls, no strikes. Trajani reaching on that 1-out single. The 6th of the day for Upper Valley. Newport with 7. The most important tally, a 3-2 Gulls lead. 1 out away from a victory. Skips in the dirt, and it is now a 3-0 count here to Stearns.
He's pitching carefully with Stearns, with Sorrentino in the top of the order on deck. He's going to really need to throw it over the plate.
I think this is what Upper Valley's welcoming. You get the top of the order up and Sorrentino on deck if he comes up. He's got a multi-hit day. And if he comes up in that scenario, you'd have the tying run at least in scoring position, you'd think. Here's the 3-0 from Barrett. Down low, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to the pinch hitter Stearns. And things have gotten real interesting. Tying run on second, go-ahead run on first for the top of the order and Tyler Sorrentino.
And this is the moment Sorrentino wants. Against Keene, the Nighthawks fell 3-2 despite getting the tying run on third base. Now they have the tying run in scoring position. And we'll see what Sorrentino does.
What a spot, what a moment. Everyone on the edge of their seat. Now Sorrentino's going to call for time. Talked about those 2 hits. Singles in the 1st inning and the 3rd inning. Here we are. He is the last hope for these Nighthawks. 2 away and the 7th in game 2 of this 7-inning doubleheader. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. The College of Charleston outfielder looking for, oh, just if he can get his 3rd single here, it could be sitting in a tie game. Just 1 more out needed for Seamus Barrett. Driven back up the middle and through for a base hit. It'll be fielded by Corona Grauer. Here comes the runner to the plate. The tack from Scanlon. He's out. The game is over. The Newport Gulls have won 8 in a row. An unbelievable ending. A play at the plate to end it. And the Gulls win it 3-2. It is loud, it is packed, it is rowdy. Number 15, NC State. Number 18, Syracuse. It's here, folks. Syracuse will receive to start this one. NC State, white uniforms, red numbers. The Wolfpack will kick off from right to left. Colin Smith, the designated kickoff taker for this NC State team, will boot it away with Trevor Pena waiting deep. Line drive kick on the near side, bounces out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And Syracuse immediately will start with fantastic field position.
Could not have been a better start for Syracuse there, Zach. You talk about an NC State team already down its starting quarterback. You don't want to put your defense in a poor position. Well, what does Colin Smith do? He kicks it directly out of bounds, gives Syracuse the ball on the 35-yard line to start drive number 1.
We get our first look at Garrett Schrader, a perfect 17 for 17 in SU's last game 2 weeks ago against Wagner. And Syracuse receiving to start this game. They've done so in all 6 games so far this season. Schrader in an empty backfield in shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, takes the snap, fires it over the middle on the slant pattern. Zavon Cooper there for the catch. Cyrus Fagan, the Florida State transfer, made the tackle after a modest gain of 4 on the throw over the middle for Schrader.
The Orange moving quick already, using tempo, trying to get this Wolfpack defense on their heels early on, Zach.
Sean Tucker standing to Schrader's left. 4 receivers set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Schrader, here's the snap, fires it over the middle again. He's got his man, Aronde Gadsden, right at the Syracuse logo, dragged down right at the 50. Derek Pitts brought him down, but not before. A gain of 15 for the Orange, make it 10 rather. Ball right at the 50 and a first down for Cuse.
Again, that up-tempo look from Syracuse. 2 passes over the middle, 2 completions for the Orange. Dream start so far for the Syracuse offense.
2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers set. Schrader in shotgun, takes the snap, handoff goes to Tucker. Look out, he's got space up the middle now, outside the hash marks, 40, 35, 30, there he goes, 20, 10 on the far side, and finally dragged down at the 9-yard line. The Heisman hopeful out in space, nearly went for 6, but punished the Wolfpack defense for a gain of 40.
How about this start for the Syracuse offense, Zach? You can't ask for much more. Good field position off the kickoff, 2 straight completions, and then Sean Tucker does what he does best, gets off to the races. The Orange in business in the red zone.
Officially a gain of 38, first down and 10 for the Orange from the NC State 12-yard line. In motion, a running back, empty backfield for Schrader. Shotgun snap, design, quarterback run right back up the middle, and met immediately by a convoy of NC State defenders led by the captain and the graduate student Isaiah Moore.
Zach, we've seen Syracuse go to that look a lot. Empty backfield for Garrett Schrader. All right, he's going to pass it like he did early on in the drive. Instead, it's a QB draw. NC State not fooled. The captain, Isaiah Moore, as well as another convoy of defenders. LaQuint
Allen into the game to Schrader's right. Now he stands in motion. Empty backfield, shotgun snap, maybe a free play with a flag on the field. Schrader to the end zone. Touchdown. That was quick. Aronde Gadsden in the back corner far side. And the Orange strike first with 12:56 remaining. It's 6-0 Syracuse.
Zach, you know, it sounds like a broken record, but you cannot ask for a better start if you're Syracuse. The Orange motor right down the field. Free play like you called out for the Orange. So what does Garrett Schrader do? All right, I'm going to throw it up to my guy, Aronde Gadsden, wide receiver 1. He makes the play, and the Orange get on the board first.
Well, folks, we're witnessing a special start to the season for Gadsden. 285 receiving yards in his last 3 games. He's now got his 4th touchdown here this season. Andre Schmidt on for the extra point. Justin Barron to hold down, kick up, and it's money. Right down the middle. 5 plays, 65 yards. It took just 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and an emphatic start for the Orange. SU 7 and NC State nothing. We'll take a quick break, be back with more action. You're listening to Syracuse football on the original home of the Orange, WAER. And thanks to the possession arrow, Oakland has it now, moving from right to left. Moore with his 7 assists standing at the top of the key, finds Rocket Watts, angling to the right, dishes it off to Hervey with 15 to shoot, and the Golden Grizzlies trailing by 3, 27-24. 5.5 to play in the first half. Into the corner is Watts, one-on-one with Chris Bell, fires at free throw line Hervey. Around the world they go. Will Shepard open for a 3, got nothing. Bounces out of bounds, and here come the airball chants from the SU faithful. A crowd that, well, filled in a little bit late, but has filled in nonetheless.
I was about to compliment Shepard for his defensive play, but then he's a 38% three-point shooter, and he does that. So no compliments for me.
Syracuse with it on the other end. Justin Taylor dribbling at the logo. Finds Gerard right wing, picks up his dribble, gets it in. John Bolajak at the free throw line with 10 to shoot. Lobs it up, Edwards comes down with it on the left block, fires it up and good. That was pure muscle from the big man. Puts it up with his left hand. Coming the other way quickly, Oakland A wild lob is no good. Bell the other way, going to the basket. Hammer time. Chris Bell just took a body, plus the foul. The Dome crowd on their feet. Chris Bell with a right-handed slam. My goodness.
Ouch. If you got any free space on your wall at home, kids, that poster's going right there.
My goodness. Also gets the foul, so he's got a shot at a three-point play here. At the free throw line, misses off the backside of the rim. Syracuse 31, Oakland 24. Golden Grizzlies come up with a rebound. Hervey with it, top of the key, zips it inside. It goes to Townsend, the leading scorer. Flails a shot up, right-handed hook shot, that's no good. Chris Bell with a board. Dishes off, Judah Mintz with a head of steam with his right hand. Got bumped and got it out of his hand to Jesse Edwards. Kicks it into the corner, Bell. Back up top, Gerard for a three. Rattled in and out. Edwards fighting for the board, had it poked out of his hands. Bell comes up with it. 17 to shoot, Bell throws it away. Townsend with it. Up ahead, Rocket Watts going to the cup, and he's fouled. Watts driving aggressively down the right lane. Got hit by two different SU defenders, and he goes to the line.
Well, the energy just picked up after that Bell slam, and bodies were flailing everywhere on that last play. Jesse Edwards fighting through a triple team for the rebound, then Syracuse throws it away. Judah Mintz flies into Craig Campy, and then Watts converting on the other end for chances at the free throw line.
A pair coming up for the Detroit, Michigan native. Just a half-hour drive from Rochester where the Golden Grizzlies play, but Rocket misses the first off the left side of the rim. We remain 31-24. The Orange on top, but only narrowly on top with 4:19 to play here in the first half. To the bench goes Shepard. Back in comes Chris Conway. For the Orange, Bell, Gerard, Edwards, Ajak, and Judah Mintz. 0 for 2 for the line for Rocket Watts. Missed it off the backside of the rim. Ajak with a rebound, gets it to Mintz. Behind the back dribble as Watts picks him up all the way from half court. Guarded tightly, number 3 on number 3. Picks up his dribble, has to get it out of his hands and does. Jesse Edwards with it all the way by the SU logo. Jim Boeheim's probably thinking, what are you doing? Jesse Edwards, instead of being under the basket, folks, standing by the Syracuse logo, and he couldn't get it out of his hands because he was being guarded tightly. A whistle, a foul against Oakland, so Syracuse to get it in.
He's a threat from everywhere.
Gerard gets it into Mintz, right wing, 15 to shoot, picks up his dribble, back up top for Bell, steps back for a three, straight away off two sides of the rim, ball loose, Rocket Watts with it. Slowing it down with under 4 to play now. Brody Parker straight away, gets it to Keaton Hervey. Townsend, the leading scorer for this Oakland group from the right elbow, nearly lost it, now gets it to Watts, driving down left lane, has a clear lane to the cup, but standing under the basket, John Bolajak takes the charge. It looked like a clear lane, then John Bolajak got set up late just in front of the semicircle, took the contact, and got SU the whistle. It is the final media timeout in the first half, 3:32 to go before the halftime break. Orange 31, Golden Grizzlies 24, and we'll be right back with more SU Hoops action. You're listening to Syracuse men's basketball on the original home of the Orange, WAER. With John Eads, I'm Zach Letson, 15-12, the Orange on top. A 3-goal lead at halftime, a 3-goal lead as we go to quarter number 4. And immediately, as Fopp and Shea going at it from the midfield line, violation against Fopp will give Hobart possession.
It's a place that Fopp has struggled all game with those violations, but for the most part, he's dominated there as well, so it's kind of a give and take.
19-12, the Syracuse advantage in the face-off department, but right now Hobart with possession. Sprinting in is Mitro in the right alley, gives it off to John Herlihy in the slot, guarded tightly by Rosa, makes his way in, fires a shot, it bounces in. John Herlihy with a huge goal and just 28 seconds into this fourth quarter. Hobart back down just 2.
Herlihy with his 3rd goal of the game, and that's now 36 consecutive games that the Statesmen have had a player record a hat trick. This guy's been unreal all game. He beats Max Rosa, gets his hands free, and it was like a Derek Jeter-esque shot.
That was not an easy
Precise
shot.
finish off the post.
3 today for Hurley. He had 4 goals in the game on Tuesday against Cornell, including a natural hat trick. I want to talk about things not easy to do.
What is a natural hat trick?
3 straight goals in a game by a player, regardless either side. That's what he did against Cornell. Hobart came up short in that game. Syracuse wins the faceoff. Owen Siebold standing with it, left side goal line extended as the Orange look for a response. 15-13, Cuse on top, looking for what would be just their 2nd win this season and a snap a 3-game losing streak. It's Curry standing in the left alley, gives it off Quinn. Now on the doorstep is Siebold. Fires a pass in the slot, but it's dropped and now poked away. Quinn luckily able to come up with it for Syracuse, 30 yards away from cage. Now stands in the right alley and gives it off to Tucker Dordovic. 5 goals for number 23 today. Syracuse working it around. Into the stick of Griffin Cook. Fires one over the middle. I couldn't tell if that was a shot or a pass, and instead, no one there to back it up for Syracuse because Owen Siebold was pushed to the ground.
A bit of a gray area there, but Siebold was cutting in front of cage, and the pass was intended for him. He just straight up missed it.
Well, Hobart gets it over the midfield line. State's been moving from left to right in this 4th quarter. Syracuse with a 2-goal lead. Derek Madonna, the Syracuse native, has a multi-goal game standing at X for the Statesmen, looking for their first win against Syracuse since 2013. Now running in at right side, GLE playing catch with Ryan Archer. Back into the stick of Madonna and given off to Bobby Baltzer, the Syracuse native behind the net. One-on-one with Quinn, waiting for his moment. Now runs in 10 yards away from cage. Mott with a dodge, fires one straight away off the top of the post. All the way out of bounds. Hobart there to back it up.
Zach, that was nearly a bad situation for Syracuse because Lucas Quinn is not a defensive midfielder. He plays strictly on offense. And if it was anybody but Bobby Baltzer, I think Hobart would have scored in that situation.
Whistle dead by the officials. And, what's the call here? It's going to go against Hobart. So Syracuse now with possession. Alexo moving his way in, fires a shot, it goes in! Just like that. Syracuse with a response. And Alexo from coast to coast makes it 16-13 Orange.
Well, 2nd game in a row that Sam Alexo, the long stick midfielder, scores a goal in transition. It all started on the right end. Brian Mitro, Hobart midfielder, stepped in the paint of the crease. It gave Syracuse a quick look in transition. And when the Orange have had those opportunities, they've capitalized every time. This time it's a long stick doing it.
A big-time response as Hobart opened up the scoring in this 4th quarter, just 28 seconds in. Syracuse with a goal of their own. As Sam Alexo, just his 2nd goal of the season. Flag on the field during the face-off exchange.
For the 2nd time this game, Jacob Thaup in the box with too many face-off violations.
Can you believe that? So despite
I've never seen that.
Despite how great of a day Syracuse has, if you're looking at the numbers face-off wise, well, Thop's been a disaster with the amount of violations he's had.
Yeah, he's certainly won a lot, but he's also committed a ton of violations. This is the 2nd time in the same game that he's in the box with a 30-second technical for too many violations. I've never seen that in all my years of watching lacrosse. And it's just what the doctor ordered for Hobart.
Well, it's the 107th edition of Hobart and Syracuse in a battle for the Krause-Simmons Trophy. Gets a little bit crazier. We still have a stoppage in play. I'd love to know the reason why, as Hobart's bench is...
I think it's a clock issue.
Definitely not happy is one way to put it. Yeah, it might be a clock issue. As Tommy Mott is ready to begin the...
Set to 30 seconds, okay?
Okay, so it looked like Jacob Thop's penalty time wasn't set to the right amount, and that's what Hobart took issue with. Back up to 30 seconds on his penalty. Mott starts the possession for Hobart. The Statesmen work it around. Now right side alley is Archer. He stands between the hashes. He zips a pass to Mott, a shot and a goal! Just like that, Derek Madonna gets another one. The Syracuse native on fire in his hometown, and it's a 2-goal game again.